What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box we have the Porsche Cayenne Turbo from Matchbox. So this is an all-new casting for 2023. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at it and see if it is worth adding to your collections. So let's go ahead and get started by looking at our proportions. And as we can see, they are pretty good. Nothing looks out of place or wonky or anything like that. We will go ahead and pop the real life car up in the top right hand corner there for you. So the biggest thing that we should point out is that this is not 1/64th scale. I'm not exactly sure what scale it is, but I believe it is a little bit on the small side. However, it does fit in quite nicely with other SUVs from Hot Wheels and Matchbox. So to me, that's not a big problem at all. If we look at the casting itself here, we will see that majority of it is actual die cast. We have a little bit of the splitter and stuff up here that is a piece of the base, and then the rear exhaust and all that is a piece of the base. Looking at it from the side, or up top, sorry, we'll see that we have the giant sunroof cast, or not really casted in, but molded in as part of the window. We have our spoiler back here. Unlike the Mazda 3, it is actually a piece of metal. It is the main body. We do get mirrors casted in here, and then all this is actually textured in. It's been detailed over, obviously, so it's a little hard to tell, but that is textured in, casted in, nicely done and looking good. Door handles, gas cap, everything that you could hope to really see is there. For our paint and deco, we get this nice, simple metal flake blue. It looks really good, I think. Probably one of the best choices they could have realistically gone with for the first release. Now, this casting, what was the first release, is kind of up for debate because it did have a couple special series inclusions, but this is definitely the first one that was in the basic lineup that everyone should have been able to find if you get Matchbox in your area. Moving into our details, and we have a pretty nicely detailed front end up here. We get headlights, tampos, looking really good. We have a Porsche logo right there, which looks nice. All of this grille section is nicely done. I will say maybe look over this, because I did see some with some stray splotches of black here and there. But then we get some extra little light details there. And then down here, we even get another little extra light reflector thing like there. So the front detailing, very, very nice. Nothing really to speak of down the side or on top, but if we come to the rear section here, we will once again get taillights. We get the entire tail light bar, which looks really, really nice. We do get the Porsche badging and the Cayenne Turbo badging right there, which looks really good. And then we do get these little kind of reflectors back here as well. So overall, the detailing for just a basic model is really, really good. Moving into our roll test, as a Matchbox Basic, it should be no surprise that it rolls extremely well. I went ahead and put this one on the scale, and it came out to be 35.85 grams. So it has some really good heft to it as well. Moving into pros and cons, starting off with our pros. As far as I know, this is the only 1/64th-ish scale Cayenne Turbo on the market. So if you want this car in your collections, this is pretty much the only way to get it at this point, at least from Matchbox. There are several different color versions at this point. The big pro for me, this is going to be a personal pro, not necessarily going to be something for everyone, is that it fits in nicely with other Hot Wheels and Matchbox SUVs. So I personally really like that, but you might not. And then the other final massive pro is that this one is a basic. We get lots of good detailing for the $125-ish price tag, depending on what store you get it from. And moving into cons, this is going to be just kind of a personal con for other people, I would say. Not me, necessarily. But I would say if you are true scale enthusiast, this one's not going to be for you, since it is a little bit out of scale. If you're really hardcore, really into having it to be 1/64th exact scale, yeah, this one's not going to be exactly 1/64th scale. So that's the only con I can even really fathom, even though it's not a con for me personally. For some quick size comparisons, here we have it with some other Porsches you might have in your collection, with the Porsche 911 GT2 RS from Mini GT and the Porsche 935 from Hot Wheels. And here we have it with some other Go Fast SUVs you might have in your collection, with the Lamborghini Urus from Hot Wheels and the Bentley Bentayga from Matchbox. So it is now time to give my overall thoughts and opinions, and I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 9.1 out of 10. It has been done very, very well, and it is exactly what I wanted from Matchbox with this release and this casting in general. So some people might take issue with the fact that it's not true 1/64th scale, but personally I don't mind it. I actually kind of prefer that it fits in better with other SUVs that I have, and that it'll fit in kind of nice in a Hot Wheels box or a Matchbox storage box, something like that. Makes it easier to store. This is not something I was crazy hyped for, despite the fact that I don't have this car in my collection, and I actually don't have the old casting, the old Cayenne casting. Never did find that one, despite all the diecast shows and flea markets that I go to. So I am happy to have a Cayenne Turbo in my collection now at this point, but it wasn't something I was like ridiculously excited for. That being said, though, with the end product, went above and beyond my expectations, and I'm very, very happy with how it came out. And I think that it is definitely worth adding to your collections, especially if you're like a Porsche fan, or if Go Fast SUVs are really, really your cup of tea. Honestly, though, I would say for the price point of like $1.25-ish, it's really good for anyone's collections. If you're into Matchbox, Hot Wheels, or 1/64th in general, this is one you should probably add to your collection. And with that, guys, that is all I have for this review. I really hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and leave a comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model down below. Make sure you like if you haven't done so already, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed so you can see all of my reviews, diecast duels, and other various types of video. I will see you guys in the next video.